So whenever we say there is a disk, so either a partition or um, a place somewhere we are whether it is a primary partition or a extended partition, or it can be it is a volumes like a span stripped or mirror volume. So it is a whether it is a disk like a hard disk, floppy disk, CD-ROM. So there must be a file system. We'll see some file systems here. So different type of file systems are there. Usually in Windows based operating systems use this kind of file system. One is FAT, another one is NTFS. These are two traditional file systems are there. The new file systems also introduced, that is one is REFS, another one is EXFAT. Okay, this is a new file systems are introduced in a Windows 8. Okay, these are a new one is introduced in Windows 8 itself. They introduce these two file systems, but these two file systems are there from start of Windows to till now. Okay, till now we are using so NTFS. Next, if you are using a Linux based operating system, Linux or Unix based operating system, EXT is a file system. So EXT is a very older one. Then next levels are came up. EXT2, EXT3, EXT4, like that. EXT5 is there or not? I don't know. XFS is another file system used in a Linux. XFS file system is there. Okay. Um, Mac I don't know, so you have to check it. I think Mac also EXT kind of stuff. But when you are using operating systems like vSphere, VMFS, vSphere is a VMFS file system for a disk partitioning. vSphere, like that depends upon operating system. Different file systems are there, like DVD, UDF, DVD, UDF, Universal Disk Format. Okay, HSFS type of file system. Okay, these are a device based file system. Okay, so what are the devices are there, what type of file systems we use it inside, like a DVDs, like that. Service based file systems also there, but like a sharing files kind of stuff. So NFS, need for speed, network file system. Okay, CIFS, common internet file system. This CIFS also called as a Samba. Samba is a service or SMB. Actually, say to give one line, CFS is a file system used in a Samba based services. So this Samba services also called as SMB sharing. Okay. So these are a file system, service based file systems through network, through like that. iSCSI is like that. So here it is in Windows. We use FAT and NTFS. Am I recording? This one. Okay. Stop recording.
This conference will now be recorded.
I didn't stop the recording. I leave like that. Okay, no problem. Okay. So main in a file system. What is the file system means? When you store a data, what is a file system? Okay. What is a file system? When you store data in disk, any disk, any kind of in a disk or a device, okay, it stores in a format. A format. So that is what format it is. For example, if you see in my desktop, it's the best example. So it is a very clumsy. Different places, different data is there. If you put a order the data in a certain format, maybe shortcuts are in one side, main files are in one side, big files are in one side, like that. If I put it in a one particular format, so then I can easily read and write the data very easy way. Just for an example I told, but it's not that one. Okay. I'll go to the new. See, this is normally in a hard disk we have a plotter. Okay, a plotter is there. In this plotter data will be stores. This plotter is divided into multiple things, like it keep the it is a magnetic plotter. Okay, mainly the it is a aluminum alloy, and it is they will put a tracks on it. So for example, at earlier days we have a 10 GB hard disk, for example. Okay, later 20 GB hard disk card came. It means 10 GB one single platter. So I want a 20 GB hard disk. Then what they will do? They add another platter for another 10 GB. So then we get a 20 GB. Now 40 GB hard disk came. Means how many platters I have to add it? 10 GB, 10 GB, 10 GB, 10 GB. Like that, four platters we have to add it. Later on days, technology improved. Nowadays we are getting 1 TB, 2 TB, 3 TB, 4 TB, 8 TB, 16 TB, 12 TB. Okay, different terabytes of data is came. Then still, if you follow this format, then what will happen? Okay, your hard disk is become a one birwa, like big in size, like that much of big size you have to carry. Okay, my laptop is one side. I have to put a one big bag in that one. My 1 TB of hard disk in that one. Okay, so what they done? So these tracks are much closer to each other, and more magnetic material is also there. And this one, I will give you a best example. This is one example. Best example in another place is I purchase 1 TB of external hard disk. It is a size is like this. For example, 2 TB of hard disk. After 1 year, 1 TB is full. So I purchase 2 TB. It is size is like this. Recently means 2 days back. I said no. I got this morning delivery on a Thursday, Tuesday. Sorry, I purchased another 2 TB of hard disk. Size is again 1 TB size only, not as a very big one. So the second one is very big one, and again it is smaller. The difference is between this is a these tracks are very near, and technology based, like multiple tracks we can able to create instead of putting multiple platters. Here it is maybe 1 TB platter, 1 TB platter, that's it is big in size. It is 2 TB single platter only. Okay, like that. Inside a disk. So if you don't know, if you get a doubt what is platter kind of stuff, put it in a Google, like hard disk images. Okay, see, can you see like this? It is a picture. The round one is platter. The sidebars you can see that is a read and write header. So that is called a, accumulator header. Something name is there. Accumulator arm. This name is accumulator arm. Header is on the edge of the thing is header. Okay. Mm. Accu Accuter Accuter arm. Accuter read and write header is here. Okay. Axis, and this is a permanent magnet is there. Okay, this is a spindle motor and this is the platter. Okay, this is the SSD. In SSD, all are chips only there, no platters, nothing. Okay, so this we call it as a tracks. Okay, this we call it as a track, like this. This is a track. Okay, this is we call it as a track. This track is divide each track. Everything is at one track only. So everything is one track. This is a track. This is also a track. Okay, like this. So each track has a number, of course, but it's tracks. Each track is divided into small parts. In generally, in a diagrams wise, they show like this. This is a sector. Okay, just for understanding only, they put a diagram like this. But each track is divided into a small parts. This small part is the size as around 512 bytes. Each size is 512 bytes. This small part we call it as a sector. Actually, sector means this one. Actually, this is called sector. What is this tracks? So it is a circular draw, means material draw on this platter. Okay, data stores in tracks and sector. Data stores in tracks and sector. Okay, so who put these tracks and sectors? Manufacturer of disk drives or disk drive uh, put tracks and sectors. Okay, so this type of format called low level format. Low level format. Okay, so this is a tracks and sectors. Yeah, so for writing it is not coming that one. This is a tracks and sectors. Next one. So already I told there is a tracks and sector kind of stuff. Next one is high level format, means defining a file system by user. Okay, so then what is a high level format? Okay, so it is defining a file system. Okay, so like fat, ntfs or ext4, like that. So any file system we call it as a high level format. This is by user, not by manufacturer either. Like some are with the directly manufacturer things, some are like you have purchased a external hard disk from manufacturer only. It is formatted in a fat or ntfs generally, right? This is normally so by user. Okay, so it is by user, not by manufacturer. Next, what is this file system? Means allocation of size. Like this is my sector, like this 1 2 3 4 is there. So I will group certain sectors and I'll tell this is the a1 unit. Okay, These sectors, group of sectors, we call it as a unit or a cluster or a cluster. What is the size of the cluster? Depends upon number of sectors. So size of the cluster is depends upon number of sectors in a cluster. Cluster means number of sectors group. Okay. Size of the cluster. Okay. Size of the cluster is again number of sectors in cluster. It means 10 sectors are there. 10 into 512. So what is the size of sector? Is 512 bytes. Okay. Size of the sector in cluster. By put in cluster waste. So it is. Size of the cluster, it depends upon number of sectors and size of the sector. So what is the size of sector? 512 bytes. So actually, in a partitioning, everything is a sector or a cylinder base only. Okay. Uh, what to do? Yeah, here it is. So enough of that very basic theory. So we'll go with fast kind of stuff. Fat file allocation table. File allocation table. Okay. File allocation table. So fat having a multiple type of fats are there. So fat 32 like that. So fat means fat 12, fat 16 kind of stuff is there. So in generally when you see in Windows we have a fat and fat 32 will show, but actually in a fat 12, fat 16 different variations are there. Fat 32 support 32 GB partition. Okay. Fat support in Windows, it support only 4 GB partition. Max max size I'm writing. Okay. Max size I'm writing. Okay. So there's a few more differences are there. I'm not going with that one. Okay. Next one is NTFS, and fat does not support large files. Means very big files are there. Single files it won't support. For example, you have a pen drive, 16 GB pen drive. You want to copy, it is empty pen drive, 16 GB empty pen drive. You want to copy your Windows server image, that is around 5 GB, right? You want to try to copy it, so it will shows no disk space available because of it won't support a large file sizes. NTFS. What is NTFS? Whenever you see in Windows, NT means new technology. New technology. NT means new technology. File system. New technology file system. NTFS in Windows XP, so it support up to 2 terabytes of disk space and Currently, it support more also. Okay, no limitation, no specific limitation, because depends upon operating system and NTFS version. Okay, so it depends upon your NTFS version. So generally XP, at the time of XP we are start using NTFS mainly. So that time NTFS version, based on NCF version, it is support up to 2 terabytes, and it support more also. Mainly NTFS has a few features: um, disk quota, security, encryption, compress. Another one is index, indexing or index. You can say indexing or index. What is a disk quota? Disk quota, guys. We done. Are you done practicals on disk quota, security kind of stuff? Hmm?
No, Latif.
Done?
No, no.
No. Okay. Yeah, you can. When you, if you have a time, then go through my old videos. Then very old videos, like first batch, second batch, third batch videos are there. So you can go through this one also, like this. Not like this. You can go to my very previous batches, like batch 1, batch 2, it is batch 3, batch 5, nothing, just batch 2, batch 5 I handle. Yeah, batch 5, batch 2, or batch 1. Okay, or you can go to scroll down your videos kind of stuff. You can find my Windows operating system kind of stuff. Then you can see, if you have any doubts, like what is quota kind of stuff, you can see it. Okay, it is quite easy, but because it's a time lapse, maybe it's in some batches we can't able to cover it. Everything is changing now, so that's why. So for example, I have a C drive, and I have a something like, drives are there. This is a C drive. Generally, I put a C drive 50 GB, and I put a D drive is a main data drive. It is 200 GB. Something E drive is there. Maybe it is another 100 GB kind of stuff. Okay, so we don't go with the more details. Let's simply stick it to D drive. For example, this is 200 GB. I have a two accounts are there. I'm a main account, so I am a main account, and I have a for example, my brother, sister, my nephew is there. So I'll take my nephew name only. Okay, so I use my 200 GB is okay. Then what happened? He's a kid now, but maybe in a future he will very grown up, and of course still he's doing very lot of things. Okay, what he is doing, he keep on putting some data. You know, in generally intermediate engineering first year, it's a very good energetic years. Once you step into the second year, little disappointment, and final year, finally everything is gone in mind, right? So like energetic years are after 10th intermediate, because of college name and engineering, like we are grown up kind of stuff. After engineering, everything is suck, right? It's very simple. Okay, so what I'm telling a story is like, when you got a computer first time, like you are using your brother computer also, for example. Usually little brothers are very dangerous people. I know it by personally, because I am a little brother. Like I have a sister, elder sister. Okay, so what he do, he'll get a data from friends, web series is download, or maybe movies download, games download, music, movies, like that. He keep putting whatever the data he find it, he put the data into this one. So what happened, my 200 GB data can be the space 200 GB free disk space will be war in a week only. So I want to limit this particular user should not put a more than 20 GB data, should not copy more than 20 GB data. So I can able to make a quota of it. So what I'm going to do is I will create a two accounts. So one is my main account. This is the first account, admin account. This is the standard user account. Standard user account. Two accounts type. One is administrator account. Another one is standard user account. This standard user account I created, and I will go to quota option. Tell this user should not cross more than 20 GB in the D drive. So whenever he log in, it will, instead of 200 GB, it shows only 20 GB only. Okay. So when he trying to cross the 20 GB, like he try to put a more than 20 GB data, obviously it will tell your limit is done. Then ask your administrator for extension of disk. So we can limit the disk space utilization. Just like whenever organizations in colleges, they will limit the disk space for each user, so then we don't put a more data in it. So that is a concept called as quota. For example, I have a 10 terabytes of disk space is there, but users are keep putting data into that one, so that is very difficult, right? Okay, so each one downloading some movies and all, we are keeping unnecessarily data spaces gone. Another example, Google is giving 15 GB per one mail account, right? Per one mail account you are getting 15 GB. So what is this 15 GB means? So up to 15 GB you can able to put a data, you cannot cross 15, otherwise you have to pay for that one. So like that is a quota, concept of quota. In Windows we have a quota concept directly. Security, what is this security? A lot of people, when they hear the security, they think about virus, not a virus kind of stuff. Okay, virus, antivirus kind of stuff, like this is a NTFS drive. Okay, this is a formatted with NTFS, and this won't attack with the viruses. People think like that. It is not like that. For example, I have a file. The file name is, for example, um, Mm, I have a storage PPTs, right? So storage dot ppt file is there. For example, I can open it, I can read it, I can write it. So I want to restrict another user in this one. So for example, same user like this. An example, okay. In my system, I have another user. This user can able to read it, but cannot able to write. So like that, we can give a read, write, execute permissions we can able to give. That is called a security. Security other name is in a Windows we call it as a ACL. Like in a Linux we use a another secure permissions like a chmod. Guys, remember chmod in Linux? Users you can give read permissions, write permissions, group people will get a read, others will get a no permission. Okay, like this we will put a changing a permission using chmod. Same concept is here, that is called a user. Okay, a particular user in the system or a domain. In organizations we are having a domain environment, right? So domain users also we can restrict. This particular group of users can able to read and write. This particular type of users or a groups can able to read, but they cannot able to write it. And these particular users cannot able to read and write. No read permission, no write permissions. Allow, deny options are there. Okay, so that is called a security permissions. If you want, I will show you one option on my screen. Something, take any folder or a file, no problem. Right click, go to the properties. I don't have two users here, I have only one user. Oh, 1.2, 2.5, it's around 5 users. Okay, you can go to security option. Okay, so you can see allow, deny, full, modify, read and execute, list, read, write, like this, special permissions. So if you select a user and add the user here, okay, add a user here, second user or a particular domain user, if you are in a domain, then you can allow user either read or write, or deny read, deny write, like that. Okay, allow is allowed and deny is always a deny. Deny always overwrite yellow permissions. Okay, sharing all, this is a sharing permission for accessing through network. Okay, you given a share permission to a particular users, but in a security you also you have to give access permission, like read and write permissions also you can give, then it is become more secure. So that is called a security. Next one is encryption. If you have a data, a lot of people are trying to access data from directly or through network. They are trying to access the your data, but data like security wise, it is, if based on your drive, the permissions will be changed. So if you see in this one, the security permissions are different. So here it is showing system and init and administrator. Okay, but if I go to the particular drive, like this is my separate drive, e drive. If I go to a file or a folder, anything, security permissions are different here. You can see user, administrator, authenticated users, and system extra. So depends upon your drive locations, depends upon your parent folder. A folder contains multiple folders, right? These folders, so permissions will be changes when you move the data, but you don't want to get that kind of stuff. Okay, wherever the file in the system or outside of the system, a particular user can access or particular user cannot able to access. It means we can encrypt the data. You have a personal data is there, other users cannot open, no, not a read, not a write, without having a specific a certification. So that is called a encryption. We can encrypt the data. So when you are encrypting any data, there is a certificate. So that using that certificate or a key, there is a key on any encrypted data. So using that key only, you can able to read and write. The key saves in your system only. Okay, simple. Okay, practically we can't show because we don't have a time, and as well as no practical for these things. Practicals are there, so already I told, no. Okay, if you cannot find, I will search and I will give you for Windows based practicals. It is. These are my storage related one. This is Windows servers. Yeah, Windows servers are there. BitLocker, MBR, GPT, disk management, adding a user, NTFS quota. This is NTFS quota. This is security, encryption. Okay, how to share is this one from here? We don't know. We can share it from here, but it takes a lot of time to go that place. Almost 1 month back I have to go. Is it is July or June? Linux LVM is also there. Yeah. Servers. Future discuss Hyper-V installation. Yeah, EFS. How to share this one? I'm sharing in a Google chat box. Okay, so you can share in any personal places. Security. Disk management, GPT, MBR kind of stuff. The my class is very lengthy. You know that one already now. Okay, so how to add extra users? Also, I told BitLocker, Event Manager. You can search here in this one. Max to max, I cover only one thing is not uploading. It is showing process abandoned video cannot be proceeded kind of stuff. Yeah, still I don't know what is there inside. This is how to install a Windows 10 IP address management kind of stuff. Find it. Where are you guys? Here, chat box. Note down separately these links. Put it in a one some notepad so then you can get it. Encrypt the files so then with a key we can able to access, without a key we can't able to access. Compress the data, so you have a large size of the data, so then um, if you want to access, like you have a large amount of data and your disk is about to fill, then what to do? Compress the data so then we can save the space in the disk, so that is called a compression. Indexing means we are trying to search a lot of data, right? So a lot of data is in your disk, right? um, you try to search a particular type of data, for example .iso files, or maybe um, rar files, .zip files, or maybe a particular file like that. We are asking like ppts, documents. We are searching in a system, right? Because of indexing it is very easy to search. Like your textbook having indexing, using that indexing we can go to directly our topic in which place, like that we can able to search very easily, like that is called a indexing. For indexing you can go to control panel, there you can see what is the indexing option is there. Indexing option in a control panel. Compression, just you have to go to drive and we can see it. I already shared few things, right? So these three type of practicals wise it is there. So that is about your FAT and NTFS differences. NTFS support 2 terabytes and more, and FAT support 4 GB partition size and maximum, and FAT32 support 32 GB. And NTFS having a features like a disk quota, security, encryption, compression, and indexing. And also I noted down some more things are there: EXFAT and FAT. So earlier we are using a FAT file system, but FAT is having a size limitation. Nowadays, FAT systems, why it is too dark here? Nowadays, FAT used used for your flash drives, okay, memory cards, NAND memory kind of stuff, okay, memory cards, SD cards. What are the names? Just I put all the names only. Okay, so memory cards, your flash drive kind of stuff. We are using FAT by default, but FAT, but these memory cards or flash drives, Now more than 32 GB drives are there. For example, in my mobile phone, I have a 128 GB memory card is there. So memory cards are nowadays 64 GB, 128 GB, 256 GB, 512 GB, 1 terabyte of memory cards also available in the market. Okay. So usually I have a hobby of things like internal memory is 32 GB. So I'll put a external also 32 GB. If internal is 64, I will put a 64 GB. Internal is 128, external is also 128. So then just for having a extra memory, because mobile memory we can't trust because it will always full automatically. Okay. So fat support up to 32, but nowadays flash drive kind of stuff is getting 32. And in a flash drive, the video files we put a what we put it in a that one video files. So big size files are there like a HD, 4K. Nowadays we are getting MKV, like a Blu-ray type of formats. So big size files are there. Okay, big size files. Okay. HD files, high definition files are there. Not only just a normal SD files. We can store a movies. Like in my mobile phone, I always store a Butler movies. Okay, each size is around 600 MB to 1.5 GB, 2 GB movies also there. Okay, continue when I was usually in a traveling in by train, I watch the movies. Okay, because journey related, I don't hear listen songs usually, like movies is keep us. Okay. Butler movies, like there is a 6 7 movies are there, so definitely same movies I will watch always, because I will get bored and I will get sleep faster. Okay, so size of the files is now big one. Fact won't support big file sizes like a 2 GB 3 GB files, it won't support. So for that purpose, XFAT is introduced. XFAT support big size files and big size memory cards. Limitation is not yet unknown, so thus we will have to check that one also. It is not given in mine. Okay, no problem. So you can just try what is the size limit. So check it. What is size limit of EXFAT? Okay. Next file system in Windows is introduced, REFS. What is this REFS? It's a resilient file system. Resilient file system. I got it. It is around 130. Yeah. Okay. After this one, I will finish it. Okay. Resilient file system. What is resilient file system? Normally, when we put some data in disk, we put some data in disk, then we modify or access, copy, transfer. So like that, we do a lot of things on a data, right? So what happened? So the data may corrupt. Okay, data may corrupt. So data may be damaged or a corrupt or a damage. So if data is a sensitive, a lot of people are accessing the data and modifying the data, or maybe like that. So moving a data, like your friend is given a data to you, like PPTs or a book or a documents given in a pen drive. Then you take it and you copy into your system, and you open it is showing data is corrupted or damaged. then you can't able to do anything with the data, right? So maybe internally in system only, after a few days you open your data, then it shows it's a data is corrupted. So to prevent it, to prevent this data, yeah, okay, 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 correct, thank you. To prevent, no, 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 prevent, okay, I am, my fingers are typing private, private only. When I try to type private, it is typed differently, okay. To prevent from data corruption, okay, okay, um, to prevent from data corruption or damage, to prevent from data corruption or damage, we use REFS file system, okay, resilient file system. So what it we use? So REFS use CRC, use CRC to, what is CRC? It is a kind of algorithm, cyclic redundancy check. Okay, cyclic redundancy. It's a algorithm runs. Okay, it is keep your data safe, not to get corrupted, and it resilient that one data. So then any corruption may occurs. Also, it will repair it immediately. So for this one, they introduce REFS. Okay, so REFS use resilient file system. It is a backward compatibility support for NTFS, means if you have a drive like a E drive, F drive is there, a sensitive data is there, okay, it can be corrupted anytime. So then it is enhanced data verification and error correction, support large files, directories and volumes, but it won't give you NTFS properties like a security encryption kind of stuff, you won't get it. But we can come backward compatibility to NTFS, means you can convert REFS to NTFS if in case you want security, disk quota or encryption compression, you want it, you can go back. But you want a data protection from data damage or a corruption, then it is a, we can use REFS. This is about REFS, resiliency to corruption will recovery. So any data is corrupted also while read and write of data, so then we can easily recover it from it. Okay, guys. Afternoon, I will show you VHD, VX device files. How to create a VHD files. Even no practical, but I don't like that kind of stuff. I need a practicals. First of all, I will explain different type of disk, then virtual hard disk, and Hyper-V virtual hard disk also I will show you. So based on things. Okay, so and also we'll go for it. It is almost 50 slides are there, but not required that much. One we'll see different type of disk are there. Physical hard disk. Okay, few I put in a question mark like this, like you have to search and find it. So then also you will get an interest onto learning, not just like a learning from me only. It is a 1:30, guys. Be back at 2:45 and 3 means I will start class at 3 p.m. Start joining, complete the joining part from 2:45. Okay, I have to cook food also.